Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kickoff reading sprints for PickPong-A-Thon. It is another round of PickPong-A-Thon. I know that a lot of you are probably still over in the amazing Readathon world, but I'm in the future, so let's get started.
Fair.
Yeah. To be fair, the book that I am thinking of reading also hits the final amazing Readathon prompt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, do I use it as a sightseeing if I can get it finished before Breeze Sprints finish today? But then I kind of feel like I'm in the future. I started early. I'm going to just finish on the 31st, which was for me was yesterday. So I'm not going to read anymore. I'm just going to read for PickPong-A-Thon instead.
Fair.
I'm joined by the lovely Brittany, which obviously, if you've been here before, you probably know who she is. But Brittany, do you want to introduce yourself in case there's someone here who doesn't know who you are?
I can, for sure.
Make sure you subscribe if you don't know who she is, because she's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, and I do the normal book things over here on the BookTube. I do the vlogs and the sit-down videos, and I have a TBR game based off Tim Hortons called Timmy's TBR, and I do sprints every Tuesday and every Thursday over on my channel, which is new for the fall. The Thursday is a new thing, which is really exciting. So we have weekly vlogs 2 times a week now, which is really exciting. So, or not vlogs, sprints, weekly sprints.
I was like, vlogs? I was like, this is new. I didn't realize this.
No, definitely weekly
Neva,
sprints.
I have seen your message. I am going to send you the link on Instagram. Neva is meant to be joining us, but the link that I sent her is not working. So I'm sending her another one. Hold on. I've just sent it to you on Instagram, Neva. Hopefully you can see it there. She's like, help me.
We love when technology does it. It's always the best.
Okay, good morning, Tracy, and welcome. Let me know in the comments as well. Are you participating in PickPong-A-Thon? How many books did you start with? How many did you end up with? And what is your first read going to be? I'm excited to see how mean my game was to people.
I actually did much better at it than I thought I would. I was very concerned about my hand-eye coordination, and I was like, I was pretty proud of myself by the end.
See, I'm angry because last year everyone did as bad as I do, and so I didn't feel so bad. This year, hey Neva, this year, everyone's doing better than me, and I'm like, this is not okay. You're making me look shit.
I was like, this is gonna be horrible, and
I
watched
Rainey's this morning, and she was meant to do 6 books and ended up with 3. I'm like, how did you halve your book count? But it's because she ended up doing combined prompt, then she got a skip, which meant she could skip the entire combined thing. Like, I was just, and then Brilliant. She got one book, and I was just like, girl, my game is never that kind to me.
We love this.
Yeah. Hello, cool gamer. Hello, Carrie. Hi, Lexi. That is fine. You can be reading amazing Readathon books. You can be reading PickPong-A-Thon books. It does not matter. You can be doing non-reading. You can be editing. You can be doing productivity stuff. You can just be coming to say hello. It is fine. Oh, well, you're here now, Neva. So why don't you introduce yourself and let us all know what you're reading for today.
Hello, I'm Neva. My channel is Reading with Neva. What do we do over there? That's a great question. Right now we're in the middle of
making my bed.
Really? Lay down. We are in the middle of a rebrand, okay, over there. So we'll have a new TBR game in October, and right now I'm just doing vlogs and flying by the seat of my pants. So no, my pick pong video is not up. It will be up tomorrow.
I'm excited.
It was fine. Okay, the angles are not great, so don't judge me. I'm going to attempt to read Pucking Wild. I'm truly enjoying this book. I've given up on the amazing Readathon at this point. I'm so burnt out. Okay. But if I don't do that, then I will be doing diamond painting.
Nice. I was saying behind the scenes to Brittany that I'm really annoyed because I wanted to read Love Me today so that I'm ready for Free Me tomorrow. But because I need to be packing, there is no audiobook, so I can't be reading physically. So I need you guys and the people in the comments to help me decide what I read today, because these I have on audio. I can either do Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire, because my plan is to read the entire series, or A Wish for Us by Tilly Cole, which I need to read for work to talk about on the podcast. So this is, obviously a lot of people already know what this is about. It's like a portal sci-fi thriller kind of thing. And this is a romance where the main character is an EDM dance king. And that's all I know. So help me decide, what should I read?
You have audio for both of them?
Yeah, I have audio for both. That's why I picked those two, because I have audio for both of them.
I'd probably pick Every Heart a Doorway.
Yeah, me too. I really liked that book.
Me too.
Well, the good thing about it is it's short, and it does technically, it's not on my Pick-Pong-TBR, but that's fine. Like, I don't have to read Pick-Pong-TBR. Yeah. So I'm thinking I might do that because it's short, so I can probably finish it today, so I can still do Love Me tonight.
Yes.
So that I can do Free Me tomorrow.
Yes.
The problem is I realistically will probably not get through Love Me tonight, because I'll probably be packing until like 10 p.m. But because what happened was, oh my God, I went down yesterday to do settlement. I pick up the keys, and the old owner had left. It was like a hoarder's house. There was so much stuff left in the house that unfortunately, to be able to let the cleaner in that she had paid for to do, the cleaner came and was like, I was not meant to be doing disposal of stuff. Like, I'm just meant to be cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
I legally wasn't meant to be into the house until 2 p.m. But the cleaner was there at like 10 a.m. And I was like, well, I can help you get this stuff out, but I'm not technically meant to be here. So I pretty much just like spent most of the day loading garbage bags of stuff onto the curbside for pickup, so that the cleaner could get in clean. But because that took extra time, the cleaner then didn't do the level of cleaning she would have done if she just arrived and had like the 6 hours she was meant to have.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went back yesterday after the carpet cleaning was done and was like, oh, there's still cat hair everywhere, all over the walls and the skirting boards. And like the cleaner like did the best she could in the time that she had, and like it was still much better than it could have been. But I was like, so now today I have to go down, meet the locksmith, and do cleaning myself tonight before I can come back and finish packing. So it's gonna be crazy, because the removalist comes tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Moving is so stressful.
I know. Why do I do
love
this
that
to
you've
myself?
decided to go with a small book, and I've decided to read like the chunkiest book on my TBR.
Well, to be fair, this book is almost almost 700 pages.
Isn't it a romance? Since when do you have romances that are that big?
The first one, Pucking Around, which I tell everyone to go read because it's great, and they read very quickly. Okay, but I picked up Pucking Around. Hurry up. Anyways, when I picked that up, I picked it up because I was like, oh, this will work for a 24-hour Readathon thing where I use the timer. Which that reminds me, I really need an audiobook because I really need to go clean a little bit. I might listen to No Exit, to be honest, because that's the last, well, spoiler alert, that's the last book on Rise thing, and I only have 8 hours left on her timer. That I've been trying to do for a month.
And sleep in.
He told you to sleep in.
No. Sleep in until it's time for me to go to school.
Oh, okay.
You can get more
get up on the bed. Get on the bed. Otherwise, I'm gonna go sit in the closet. If you can't lay down and go to sleep nicely with me on sprints, I will go sit in the closet. Okay? I'm gonna help you in a second, but you got to get up there first, buddy. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll pick up this polyamorous hockey romance. It'll be a great time. I read it, and I went to log. I don't check Kindle Unlimited books, like their page count, before I download. I'm just gonna be real. I went to log it.
To, like, cover my face and,
okay, hurry.
A blanket tied like this, so then
it will be dark in this room very soon. Okay, I'm gonna get a blackout curtain. Don't worry about it.
Then I can like not see the light, so then my eyes don't have to be all
Okay.
This.
Get up on the bed. Get up on the bed. Thank you. Get up on the bed. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hello, Brittany, and everybody else.
Hi.
People
Go to bed, sweetie.
Crystal, say go to bed.
Go to bed for mommy.
See, they're telling you. They're saying, listen to your mom. Go to bed. Say goodnight. All right, get on the bed. Thank you. I went to log it into my reading journal. 758 pages.
It should be illegal for a romance to be that long.
This one is like 6. I think this one is 643 or something like that. Because I did check this one just because I wanted to know, like, comparably, like how long it was. Now this one is a reverse age gap. It's Rachel, which is the female in the first book. It's her best friend and one of the hockey players. So she is 33 and he is 22. I am going to give a warning for this one, and it is in the trigger warnings for this because this author is a gem and puts trigger and content warnings at the beginning. There is a big trigger warning for domestic violence and gaslighting in this, like on page.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen TV on page, but there's definitely been gaslighting on page.
Speaking of trigger warnings, so I read that NBA romance, the first book
you told me.
series.
I will not be doing that.
Oh my god! Right?
I know about this too. It must have been in a group chat because I'm like, I know about this.
She was also talking about it on Sprints the other day.
Maybe that's.
But I went to work and because the person at work was saying, "Oh, hey, Crystal, you should read this," but not because they had read it themselves, but because they knew that I read those kinds of books and it was an arc, and they were like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Oh my god, there was no trigger warnings for this." It was so like shocked me. And then she opened the book and right on the first page was this page like trigger warning. But because I started with audio for like the first little bit and then swapped to physical, I didn't see the trigger warnings because the trigger warnings weren't a part of the audiobook. And so I was like flabbergasted. There's no trigger warnings. And she's like, Crystal, they're right here. There's a full page worth. And I was like,
so here's the thing. When I did Pucking Around, because there's like a novella. There's a novella that's called That One Night, I think, or something. It basically gives you. It's a prequel, so it gives you all of the stuff you need before you start Pucking Around. I would suggest reading it in that order. But I read when I opened Pucking Around, I read the trigger warnings and the content warnings. But the one thing that made me dock the book by a 0.25, because I think I gave it a 4.75. I was like, I don't remember this. I read the trigger warnings and the content warnings. I don't remember it being in there. And then when I was talking about it on Sprints, I went and looked, and the one thing that I docked for was definitely listed in there. Like it was literally listed in there exactly in the way that it's like. I'm not going to say the word, but the word that it is. If you were on those Sprints, you probably Googled it. Or if you were Brittany and you missed those Sprints, you asked me what it was and I told you. So that it literally says like blah 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 word, and then it says like who does it even like in the book, like the characters or whatever. And I was like, I don't remember reading this. It's fine.
Nice. So we have a 13, we have a 5, we have 5 and ended up with a 9. You're going to be reading Whisper and Enemy. That's for the buddy read with Sash, I believe. Okay, we have a vote for every heart. Okay, it looks like that's what I'm doing. Also doing Chunky Book first for series September and also for backlist book prompt on PickPong-A-Thon, New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. Nice. I did a reread of that last year.
It was last year.
It was last year. Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
it feels like this year, but it was last year.
I made it to New Moon, and then I was like, I can't do this.
I did all but the new one that's from his perspective.
I read that when it came out, and I DNF'd it halfway through the book.
Yeah. Hi, Tina. Hi, Lynn. I'm starting the month off by reading The Ruin of Kings. Ooh, I wanted to read this for Amazing Readathon, and I have a copy of it. But, yeah, I didn't. And now I'm like, it's probably good I didn't start a whole nother new series. No zeros and fives, so I have 5 books. Oh my god, your Alexa is kind. Mine is evil. If I did a random number generator using her, I would end up with so many zeros and fives.
I
say
did
mine has it
random
out for
number
me.
last year, and it was way meaner than the balls and cups.
Everyone thinks that they're like, oh, I'm shit. I'll like end up with so many, and then they do the random number generator, and it's like every second spin has a 0 or a 5. I almost feel like if I'm going to do this again next year, which I am, that I should do only zeros because it's so mean, the random number generator version. The amount of people that ended up with double what they picked, I'm just like, that's like, my cap is double. So if I start with 5, the max I do is 10, right? Yeah. And there was someone that started with 5 and ended up with 18 this time because they did the random number generator. And I was like, that is so not okay. I'm sorry. You can set caps, people. You can set caps.
Random number is so meaner than balls and cups. I was not expecting that. Like, as a person who even went into this year going like, this is going to be horrible.
I also finished mine last night for Saffrathon. I finished Long Way Down, the graphic novel edition.
I did Laura Olympus.
I got Laura Olympus from the library yesterday, so I have it ready as a potential 5-star read for Battleathon.
Nice.
Yeah. I have like 2 more minutes to edit of my PickPong-A-Thon playing, and then I'll be posting it. I can't wait to see it. I love how creative people have got this year. There's been people that have been like using mugs and cups with like aluminium foil, and like it's just been so good to see the different creativity. I have got one person who's playing with like a blow up pool version.
I did not see that one.
It hasn't come out yet.
I was going to say, how did I miss that?
And I said to them, because obviously they're going to be playing with like other people around, I was like, if you want to set a cap, because people are going to come in and like throw shit and just get it like so wrong, I'm so happy for you to do that. And I said, please film it. So I don't know if they're going to actually post it, but I'm really
literally that.
I can't remember who it was, but I remember seeing it. Yeah. It might even be Tina. I'm not sure, but good night, Ari. I'm going to be cleaning and doing productive things until midnight because I do not overlap books over a month. That is fair. 100% totally fine. It was
Long Shot.
Yeah, thank you. Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan.
So I knew it was Kennedy Ryan, but I couldn't remember the name of the book.
Okay, so pretty much everyone's just voting for How to Do It, which is good. There really needs to be trigger warnings in audiobooks. Like, I feel like lately, like newer audiobooks have it. It's the older audiobooks that don't. It is definitely getting better. That's actually a pretty good ratio. I think the game was kind.
I mean, I started with, I don't know how many I started with, to be honest, because for some reason I thought I started with 6, and then when I watched my video back, it said I started with 4. It ended up with 7. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I started with 4 and ended up with 7.
Okay, so 7's your final number.
I'm pretty sure it's either 7 or 8. I don't know, because there was one. I did get a punishment where I had to do like the 2 books, 1 prompt thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you got to complete the prompts twice.
8 books in total. You know what I mean?
But 8 books, but 7 prompts. Yeah. Reading The Extraordinaires for LGBTQI+. Nice. I started with 10 and got no extra because of 0s or 5s, but I added a book for each punishment dot. I had someone do that last year as well because they also didn't get any 0s or 5s, and they're like, well, it's not fair that I got no punishment, so I'll just add some for every punishment dot I got.
I love that.
Oh, that's a good one. I really want to read Sheets.
I love Sheets.
And like every single time I do a readathon where I'm like, okay, I need a graphic novel that's short, it never hits the prompt.
I love Sheets. And Delicates is good too, the sequel.
Oh, okay, good.
And I know there's a 3rd coming out, but I don't know when.
Okay. Okay, you're doing regular cups, but my cups are clear. That's fine. Clear ones are fine. I think someone else did clear cups that I watched this morning. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't remember who it was. It was someone in the Discord that messaged and said that they were going to do. But I love this year. I've had some people like DM me with like a private YouTube link because they like don't have a channel or like they didn't want to have it in a public place because of like social anxiety. And they've been like, hey, here's my like TBR, like please don't share anywhere else, but like I want you to see it. And I love that because that just makes my heart sing. Every single time I get a notification being like, someone else has mentioned you in a PickPong video, I'm like, I literally sit there and watch it. Like Anthony comes in, he's like, who's playing now? And I'm like, oh, this person.
I love it.
I'm like, whose night am I destroying today? No, it's been really fun. Love the lights, Neva. I think she's putting Bubba to bed.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite graphic series is The Sad Ghost Club. Ooh, I'll have to keep that as an option. So I was thinking I would start with a 45 because that'll be a good time for me to be able to get a decent chunk of packing done. My plan is to finish this room that I am currently in. There's a cupboard in here and my books on my book cart. So I'm going to get that packed. Hopefully it won't take me 45 minutes, but that's my first goal while I listen to Every How to Do I.
Sounds good.
So 45 suits everyone else?
Yeah, works great.
Awesome. Let me add this to the stream. Mute it because no one needs to hear the stupid electronic music that goes with it. And we'll see you guys in 45. Hello. Welcome back. How did we all go?
I did 28 pages of A Dance of Dragons.
And this is the final book in this series, right?
It's the last one that's out.
Okay.
Maybe the last one ever. Who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, 28 pages. This is gonna take me forever though, because like that's at 2 times speed, and I can only read 28 pages in that amount of time. Like there's so much. The audiobook's 49 hours. So like, yeah.
The longest audiobook I've ever done was 48 hours, and that was The Stand by Stephen King, and that was long enough.
So this is
I got 2 whole days. You'll get it. I got to page 60, but my pages are like really small, and it's like a middle-y grade-y type book. It's not actually middle grade, but you know. And I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really like interested to see where it goes, but I'm nervous because it's so short. I'm like, well, I'm worried. Like I know it's part of a series, but I'm just like, we've only just started. I'm already 60 pages in. Like
they're really small.
I have the second one ready to go. So if I finish this first one, I can move straight on to the second one.
I read the second one for some round of Amazing Readathon, and I don't remember which one any longer. And I kind of wish I would have read the first 2 closer together, because there definitely is kind of a connection between the first 2.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have read them closer together.
So my plan is to read all of them and vlog it. Like I'm going to vlog like reading the whole series. And the library that I'm in my current area, so I'm in Thornton, my current library only had book 1 and book 2, but the area I'm moving to has book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And I'm like, come on, like, couldn't you have book 6 too? Like,
where's book 6? I
don't know.
Do that.
Like, not even in their catalog. But because I can get the audios, if worse comes to worse, I can do the audio of book 6 and just not have the physical. But like, I wanted to be able to hold all of them up in a photo for the thumbnail. Maybe I'll just hold up 6 and pretend that it's not all of them, you know.
I think if you did, no one would notice.
Well, they'll notice now because I've said something. If I didn't say anything, no one would notice.
By then, we'll have forgotten.
Yeah. And I got most of the cupboard done except for some books. So I've started a book box that I'm going to put that into. And I started boxing up all my plants ready to take down this afternoon because I do not trust the removalists to not destroy my plants. So I'm taking the plants myself. And I just realized how much shit I had in that cupboard that I don't actually need. I have a box of stuff that I'm just going to like give to people. It's like all out of like book boxes and stuff from when I was like a rep. I've got like candles and book sleeves and stuff, but like stuff that like is just sitting in there. I don't need 20 candles. Like I just don't. So I've created a box of stuff that I'm just going to be like, anybody want this? You can take it.
When you're packing, you can always do such a good like clean out of like so much stuff that you forgot you owned.
Yep. The other thing is, obviously, when I first started Bookstagram, I went really hard on like flat lays and stuff. So I had boxes of decorations in there. I had like a Christmas box and a Halloween box and a whatever, which like obviously have been packed away when I had Addie because my intention was to get back into it. And here we are a year later and haven't got back into it, but let's just not talk about that. So I'm like, I can't bring myself to throw it out because I spent so much money on these decorations. And what if I start to pick it back up again? I'm going to regret not having them. So they can just go in the garage for now. That's fine. How'd you go, Neva?
Oh, hello. I got to chapter 3. I'm listening to this at 2 times speed, but I did have to update my vlog. So my update is like a minute long and it's basically like, hi. It's been 2 weeks since I've touched this book.
I remember I started a book. I was gonna say, I started a book at like the beginning of a month, and then like I put it down and read all these other books, and then at the end of the month vlog, I was like, so I finally finished this book a month later.
Like, I know it's like 2.2 seconds for everybody else, but I'm like, I feel weird just trying to like pick up. Like, I haven't done anything with this vlog for 2 weeks, because I think the last book that I read for this vlog was the horror that she gave me, which was called like This Is Where We Talk Things Out or something.
Oh.
And I bought it because it was only like 99 cents. Like, it was like on a deal on Kindle, so I was like, I'll just buy it because I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, it's 100 pages, I'll just buy it. It was the creepiest thing I've ever read in my life, to be honest. Like, it was so creepy.
What kind of creepy though? Are you talking like ring shout creepy? Because to me,
like,
that wasn't creepy.
It's a horror, bro. Like, it's like.
Yeah, but ring shout is a horror, and ring shout was not scary. It was just weird.
Ring shout, I think you need to have experienced what they're talking about in ring shout for it to be scary. Because I read that book at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it scared the shit out of me. But I'm black, and it is black horror.
But in saying that, I think it's also, the fact that I'm not obviously black, but also I think the writing style, I had to like reread things to figure out what was going on. It's
the writing, like, I listened to it. Brittany, I remember because I listened to it on 24 Hours.
You did, and I questioned this, and I said, and literally the other night when I was reading horror in the night, I went, it's now too late, and I'm putting this down, and I'm going to listen to my own advice.
By the end, I was texting Brittany, and I was like, bro, I am so freaked out. Like, I'm so scared. But also, like, the writing is very, like, metaphorical. Like, he uses, like, they use a lot of metaphors in that book. So it comes off as very flowery, which you don't usually get with a horror. You know? Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
This book, I don't even know. I think that I might have even said in the vlog, I don't really know how to talk about this book without spoiling it, because it's only 100 pages. Like, it's a novella.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But essentially, honestly, there's more detail to than what I'm going to say. So I'm just going to tell you what the main plot of the book is, and then you can choose if you want to read it or not. But it's like her debut novella, and it's following a mother and a daughter. The mother is a narcissist, which that hit a little close to home for me, but that's fine. The mother is a narcissist, and basically is like, I just want to take this vacation with you and like try to work our stuff out. But like, the mom hates her wife, like the daughter's wife. But it's not like against her being gay, just that she hates her wife, whatever. They go out to this like cabin in the middle of the woods, and this cabin is like, I won't tell you how it ends, but the cabin is like basically decorated with everything from this girl's childhood home. Like, the mom bought this cabin and redecorated it to look like her childhood home, and then like shreds the clothes that she arrived in, hides the like overnight bag that she packed, because in the bedroom, which looks just like her childhood bedroom, in the dresser drawers, the mom has like sewn, like made clothes that are reminiscent of this girl's childhood. Like, it's the creepiest shit.
That is the creepiest book that I've ever heard.
And as a person, may she rest in peace, okay? But as a person who grew up with a narcissistic mother, bro, I was so scared by the end. And like, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, because the end is terrifying. It's terrifying. Okay? Do you understand? But like, I was like, what is happening? Like, I read this book and I was like, what the did Ryan just have me read? Like, it's good. I think I gave it 5 stars, to be honest with you.
What's this book called?
It's called This Is Where We Talk Things Out.
Okay.
And I read it for the beautiful cover prompt, because while the cover is creepy, or at least the version of the cover I have is very creepy.
I remember you reading this. It's the one with the girl with like the blood on her face. Is that the one?
No, that was Bloody Princess. That's like a dark college romance.
Never mind then.
Which I am going to be continuing that series because it's all.
Did you do the one with the cabin and the chick with the red in the sky? Is that the cover you used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a creepy cover, but it was really pretty to me. Like, it looked pretty. You know what I mean? No, the one where she's like this on the cover, that's Bloody Princess. That's like a dark college romance, which I think I am going to continue that, and I'm going to vlog it. because it's an interesting. The first book was really good. I think I'll reread the first book because I'm not going to be doing this for a while. But like, yeah, it's a very like it's a novella. So like I read it only in a couple of hours. But
have you seen the alternate cover?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Watch me be like, actually, I have the alternate cover, and then I have no idea what the fuck the other cover was.
Hold on. Where am I? Amazon. Share. This is the like alternate cover.
All right, this is the cover that I have.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were talking about.
This is the cover I have, but for some reason, it looked really. It looked
this
really
cover.
No, okay. So this is the cover that I originally found, which I think this cover is really pretty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other cover is like pretty, but in a creepy way.
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand that like a beautiful cover is subjective. So like if everyone else hates that cover, that's fine. But this is the cover that downloaded when I bought the book.
This cover gives me goosebumps vibes. This cover gives me Stephen King, The Shining vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the book, I didn't. So here was the thing is because it was a novella, I didn't want to read the synopsis. So I went in. That was one of the books that I went into having no idea what it's about. Like I know the premise of No Exit because it's been on my TBR for 15 years. Not really 15 years, but like forever. But I didn't know what the premise of. All I knew was that it was a horror novella. That's all I knew.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was like, I don't.
Well, it sounds good, and if I'm looking for a novella, I will pick it up. I may even actually try and pick it up in October because it might actually hit one of the prompts for. Oh yeah, my announcement video is up for the Camp Crystal Lake Readathon.
So I would suggest that you read it. I would not suggest Brittany read it.
Oh, I was not sitting here thinking I would read it. Don't worry.
Brittany wants to know the end.
But see,
she can message me and I'll tell her exactly how it ends. But it's not. I don't think it's a book. Like I told Brittany to read Pucking Around. But this is where we talk things out, not for Brit.
No.
So
I knew that already.
Absolutely not. Because I will get a phone call. She doesn't even have my phone number. Like, I will get a voice message. I'm about to give her my phone number. But I'm going to get a voice message that's like, what the fuck did you have it right? Like, you like her. That's exactly what it would be. So, like, if she needs to know the ending, if she's just, like, on the edge of her seat, like, I'll tell her the ending. But otherwise...
Another night you got a voice message, or not a voice message of me going, like, and I'm done reading this tonight.
Yeah, she was like, and we've hit the time of the night where I can no longer read this book. And I was like, I was wondering when that would happen.
I am all done. And then I continued it today because I took 2 days off because I was sick. And I continued it today. And the next chapter was really creepy. And I was like, I made the right decision.
Who's like, wow, I'm so freaked out. And also my partner just walked through the door and gave me a near heart attack. But let me just finish this horror novel at 2 a.m.
I'll never forget when I was reading that Alex North book. The one
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The creepy. Anyways, there's a scene where he hears like sounds or something, and like it's like tick, 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 or whatever. And I was sitting there, and it was getting to be like really, really creepy. And I had been reading from like when it was sunny and it had gotten dark, and I hadn't closed the blinds. And our old house, you walked up past our bedroom to get to the main door. And I'm sitting here reading, and I look up, and Anthony's like on the window because he knew what I was reading.
No.
I was like,
I would have killed him. I thought it was bad enough because I was sitting like in semi-darkness. Like all I had was my one lamp in the other room. Like when I first did BookTube, I sat in a different corner, and it was the corner closest to the window, so that during the day I would get like sunlight in there. Yeah. But at night, all I had was this one like lamp that sat there, and the lamp was not good lighting. Okay, this was like before your girl had a ring light. Okay, I really started YouTube with no ring light, so like my lighting was shit. And like I was sitting there and I was reading hidden pictures, and of course, like I was immersion reading it because of I wanted to look at the pictures, and I'm like looking at these creepy ass pictures, and I'm just like invested. And here comes Mr. Reading Winiva. All I see, because the way that it was set up, I couldn't see who was in the doorway. I could just see the door open. And at first, we had cats at the time, so I was like, well, maybe it was one of the cats. And then all I see is the door swing open, and then this like hulking figure. He just like rushed in, and I was like, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "You scared me." He was like, "Are you reading a scary book?" And I was like, "Yes." What do you want?
What do you want?
That's so funny. They have been, and I have created a playlist. So if anyone wants to go and watch all of the Pick-Pong TBRs, there is a playlist for them that I believe is linked somewhere, but if not, it is definitely in the Discord. Yeah, there's an entire playlist. I hope you do. Even if you just send it to me. As I've said, there's been people this year that have just filmed it and sent it to me personally. So if you want to do that, that's fine by me.
I mean,
I feel like that we could talk about that for hours. Let's just move past that comment. 53 pages. I read 3 and a bit chapters. Nicely done. Working on TBR. Nice. Are you playing physical game, random number generator, not playing at all? What other readathons are you participating in? Let us know. And if you need any suggestions for prompts, let us know, and we'll see what we can do to help you. I listened to 5% of Ruin Kings. I might switch to another read that requires less brain power tonight. That is probably smart. I feel like it is one of those epic fantasies that's going to take a little while to get into. Oh, okay. That's good to know. The second one is my favorite stuff. There's going to be heaps more, which makes me both excited and not excited. There's someone who said that they were going to wait until all of the books are out before they read them. And I'm like, I can't wait that long. Like, I just can't wait that long.
I
feel
read
like that's a long ways from now.
Yeah, I read. Well, she's contracted until 2025.
And they'll probably renew it.
I read the first one because Rye gave it to me, and I hadn't actually started. At some point, like before the end of the year, I will pick up some more because my library has all of the audios, and I listened to the audio for Wayward Children because for some reason I was having issues like following in the ebook. Like I don't know, the writing is not that flowery, so I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood. Because my thing is that I may buy them as ebooks. I don't know that I necessarily need a shit ton of novellas on my shelf. But there were things while I was listening that I wanted to annotate, even if just in my Kindle, like on my Kindle.
I like the idea of them all together. So my plan is once she is finished and they release a box set, that's when I get it.
I might also.
It's the same with the Murderbot series. They're like, at the moment in Australia, to get the hardbacks, they're $45 each.
And they're so small.
And you can get the box set of the first 4, I think it is, novellas. And it's like $85. But I'm like, I don't want to get like that box set and then have to buy like the others by themselves. I'll just wait until it's all a box set and I'll just buy it later. So for now I've got the ebooks. I'll just read the ebooks and then when I buy it to put it on my shelf. But at Booktopia, we get what's called a Christmas sale. It's like a staff Christmas sale. So we get 40% off for like 7 days or something where we can like leading up to Christmas where we can buy like a bunch of stuff and free shipping. So I'm like, I could get it then, but then I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait until it's all ready to go.
Yeah, that's how I feel about, like, that's why I haven't bought, well, now I'm going to buy both the Witsec series and the Vicious Lost Boy series, but I wanted to wait until they were done. Yeah. Like, that I was for sure they were done, which I knew that both series were only going to be 4 books. But I was like, but what happens? Because this keeps happening to me. Like, this happened with Magnolia Parks. I bought the first Magnolia Parks book, and it was like, well, I'll just get the rest of them later because I just happened to find the first one at my Barnes & Noble, and it was the last one on the shelf. And now that all the covers are freaking changed.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping that she's able to do what she wants to do and sell. I'll buy them from her website if I have to. The original covers. I know there's like a big debate about the new covers. as someone who read the original like Gossip Girl and then the spinoff, which was like the It Girl or whatever, those series, the covers make sense for what the books are because they are very like modern day Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like Blair Chuck fan fiction, at least for Magnolia Parks. So the covers like make sense, but like I also understand why people don't like them. I don't hate them. But I would like to have the original covers if I can without paying $1,500 for each one. And if not, then I will just buy the entire series in the new covers. And then just have but I'm not selling my original cover because I like that cover.
Yeah. That's fair. Yes, this is like your new bed, right? Where Ari's up and you're doing.
So this is actually a loft bed. So Ari's bed is suspended in the air, like in a loft, which we may be getting her a different bed because this thing shakes. Like every time she moves, I have to mute, but she's sleeping now. But like if she moves, like the whole thing, like you hear it, like it shakes. Like my bed, like the bed that I've had this entire time, is just underneath Longways, like underneath this, and then I have like a nightstand over here. So it does look like a bunk bed because it's like got the slats like a bunk bed. But I'm thinking that I might have to get a different. I can't really get anything that's shorter, or I won't be able to sit under here because like if I sit all the way up with my hair in a bun like this, like my hair hits the thing, which is kind of like slouched. But I am thinking about getting a different bed because this thing shakes. I mean, she gets up and does it fine, but like it makes me nervous.
So Tina's heard of that book and thinks the cover is absolutely horrifying. Read 136 out of 209, almost halfway. Nice. Okay, no, she has never heard of that book. This is why I don't read scary books even during the day. I hear a synopsis of a book and it terrifies me for years.
Yeah, I don't mind scary books. It's not why I don't like horror. I want horror to explain itself. Like I like being scared. I just want it to explain itself.
So
and I feel like a lot of horror does not.
This specific book, I mean, I don't know if it would explain itself enough for like you understand like what's happening. You see what I'm saying? Like you like you can piece together the explanation.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Like it gives you like there's a reason that this is all happening.
Yeah, that would be fine.
I just feel like you wouldn't enjoy it. Because it's definitely one of those horrors that's like scary for scary's sake, and I just don't feel like it's a Brittany horror book.
I just saw something move out of the corner of my eye, and it's a spider. It's not going to show up, but there's like, look, see, little spider. It's like crawling up my wall, and I'm like, welcome to Australia. Spiders everywhere. Okay, so you're doing the number, but with some dice. Nice. This question intrigues me. When you're stressed or worried, how do you keep focused on a book? I have the hardest time with that. Usually I don't. Or I find a book that is going to alleviate said stress or worry, like to take me away from what's stressing or worrying me in my life. But sometimes I just take a break and just don't read anymore.
To be honest, I think I'm the opposite. When I'm stressed and worried, which is probably why I've read so many books this year, I use books for escapism. So I probably read more when I'm stressed because then I'm like, my brain can focus on something else.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I also do this, but I also tend. I'm about to give y'all a tell. You ready? All the months, like when I have a smut heavy month, I'm probably stressed or depressed, bitch. Like because if all I'm like
stressed or depressed to bring out the smut.
Literally,
that should be a shirt.
I text Brittany about
Neva, make it a shirt. Stressed or depressed, bring out the smut.
All right, it's a shirt. I will make that. I will
design. We're like smut stressed or something.
Smut-pressed?
I don't know. We'll brainstorm that.
We'll talk about it in the next sprint. But I text Brittany about some things that are happening around here. And all I wanted to read is Pucking Wild Girl.
Yeah.
Which is smut. It's smut. So me, I either read a lot of smut when I'm depressed, like stressed out or like can't focus, because also like romance books, whether they're smutty or not, like even if they're closed door romance, they always have such good quotes, unless it's like bad writing. But like most like good romance books have such good quotes that like you just highlight things, you know? So it takes me out of wherever I am. Or if it's a book that I need to get read for whatever reason, I will try to find the audiobook. Because I will, because at least with the audiobook, I can do something else while listening.
Like this, some art and craft while you audiobook. Yeah, definitely.
Everyone should just start diamond painting.
I really want to start diamond painting. Yeah,
I
will be right back.
That's so good.
Yeah, everyone should just start diamond painting. And it will help you relieve stress.
So I found all my diamond painting in the cupboard when I was packing. So I have it ready for when we move to the new house to do some sprints and diamond painting. And I haven't started any of them, so we can pick a new one to start.
I'm not gonna lie, the one that I'm working on is terrible. Like the quality.
Oh yeah, they're from Amazon for like $16. I've got the same ones.
Amazon in a pack of 6 for like $16.99. But I did order. I showed them to Brittany earlier. I did order 3 from a Diamond Art Club because I needed to get the transfer paper things so I can rip this freaking plastic off, because this plastic is a bane of my existence. I hate it. It rips and it's terrible. So I was like, well, let me get the transfer papers. And it was like, if you spend $75 or more, you get free shipping. So I was like, oh, these 3 random art prints just fell into my cart. It's fine. They'll be here tomorrow. And I'm so excited because I also got like a new light board, because my light board, I got the wrong size.
Oh, okay. I don't use a light board. I'm really bad. I just like squint.
Mine is like really small. Like I'll show you. Let me turn it off. I got the A4, not knowing what I was getting.
Oh yeah.
And I need an A3. So I ordered an A3, and then I also ordered a new what is this called? Like a bead system, like a new organization system.
Oh my god, if I hadn't already closed the box, I would show you mine. It is literally like this big.
Yeah,
and it's like each one has like a little Tic Tac container that you can put them in, and
that's
so you can pull it in and out. Yeah,
that's what I got. I got little
so
because these ones that are like colorful, Mariah already had, because she's been doing diamond painting. I just needed to wait till I got paid to start buying stuff. And then I also have like, it's inside the box, it's underneath everything. But I also have ones that came just like with clear, like this, that came with my light board. But what I don't like about these is that they are stuck together. So it makes it hard to like pour, and then it also makes it hard to pour the back in. So I was like, but everybody on like diamond painting YouTube, I don't know what it's called, but like everyone on there uses like a specific, it's like Kate Ward or something ones that have like different sized boxes. And I want to get those, but I was like, I can't justify spending $30 on an organization system unless the Tic Tac boxes is the way that I want to organize. So I've got a pack of 3 of the Tic Tac boxes that come like in little suitcases. 3 suitcases full of those for like $25. Yeah. As opposed to like $12 a piece or something. So I was like, if I like this, then eventually I'll upgrade to like the Kate Ward system. But I'm also not doing huge diamond paintings. So I don't feel like I need the ones that have like a million different size boxes, because my diamond paintings are not that big. Now, if I start doing like big diamond paintings, then I'll definitely.
Yeah. I don't believe so, because you're doing the Free Me sprints, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Well, okay, yeah. And I also did daytime sprints today, an hour late, but I did daytime sprints today for the Readathon.
Yeah.
So my plan is that we're going to do the Free Me sprints tomorrow, me and Brittany. And I don't know how long those are going to go, because Brittany has no kid tomorrow.
They're probably going to go all day. I hope they go all day so that you're still starting when I moved into the house.
Yeah. Starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. So they're starting tomorrow at the same time these ones started in Eastern time. And then we're just going until we decide that
you finish the book or get too tired.
Reading the book, or Brittany is like, bitch, I gotta go to bed. Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm planning on finishing the book, but like it does depend on if I get too exhausted.
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to get all of this, whatever I need to get read, because tomorrow, like, I will not be diamond painting once we start freebie sprints because there's no audio.
But I can sleep well into Saturday, so like if I get coffee.
Oh, I'm getting coffee. You need to have your Timmy's, and I need to have my nice little Starbucks, my pink Starbucks cup that my brother bought me.
Maybe take a nap first, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely
all those things.
I'm definitely taking a nap. Like I'm definitely I'm going to sleep like I normally would. And then when Ari gets home from school, she and I are gonna lay down for another nap, and then I'm gonna get up about like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Feed Ari dinner because like tomorrow's Friday, so like if she's up, it's fine. Because what I would do is I'll move my TV in here. I haven't moved the TV in here yet. And then I'll be like, listen, if you lay down and you be quiet, you can watch TV until Kingdom Come for all I care. But
but there will be, so obviously those sprints are at did you say 8 p.m. Eastern?
8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm probably
8 p.m. Eastern, and they'll go to whenever. But then at 4 a.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. British time and 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Aoife will be running PickPong-A-Thon scripts.
Yeah, so by the time
it'll probably be a matter of by the time they give up and go to bed, Aoife will then take over. So you pretty much have sprints between the co-hosts.
Now I do believe. Well, Freebie fits one of my prompts. I made it fit.
Me too. But they can read something other than Freebie on the Freebie sprints.
You definitely can. But I do believe that every other Friday or every other Saturday morning, I will have the midnight sprints where it goes from like midnight to 4 a.m. because like that's just kind of become part of my channel apparently.
That is fine. But all sprints that anyone is hosting will most likely be in the Discord channel. I didn't set up like a sprinter thing like they do in a lot of the other readathons because I was just like, just post it, hey everyone, in the sprinter thing, and if you want to be notified, you want to be notified. Because I was just like, I can't be fucked making that role when most of the people that are in there probably want to know about it anyway. So I was just like, So the notifications will come up on the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord already, go to the announcement video and join the Discord because I haven't added it to this link yet. So if that's where you want to get it, it's over there.
No.
No.
They're flat. No, they're flat on one side.
Flat on one side, yeah.
At least the round ones. I would guess that the square ones are the same. I've never used square ones.
They are, yeah. Hi, Monica. Super late sprints, but I'm reading my last read for the Amazing Readathon and setting up my reading journal spreads for PickPong-A-Thon. That is fine. We are pretty much just kicking off PickPong-A-Thon semi-early because it's technically the first here in Australia, but it'll kind of end up working out really well because people will finish Amazing Readathon and then be able to kind of jump over here if they want to start. I need to finish here at 1 p.m. my time, which is in a little over an hour, because I can probably go till like 1:30 because I need to meet the what's it called? The locksmith at 2:30 at the new house, which is a 45-minute drive from here. I planned on going most of the day, but we have to cut it because I have to go meet the locksmith. It was the only time that he could come in and change the locks.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I have to give you guys the heads up. My internet is due to change from this house to the new house at some points today. They did not tell me when. So if I randomly cut out, I will be back. It'll just be that I have to swap over to my phone hotspot internet. So please let me know if I randomly start like glitching or cut out because it's my internet will just randomly freak out and I don't know when it's going to drop out. Yeah.
Really,
we love that the Amazing Readathon chaos is just following us to
Well, it followed to the dang 24-hour sprints in August too because Leandra's power like glitched or whatever. Like I guess they were having thunderstorms, and her power went out during her 4 hours. So Nicole, I'm like sitting here and I'm like listening to audiobook. I'm like diamond painting my life away, and I look up because like I noticed that something on the screen moved, and I look up, and me and Nicole both make eye contact, and we're like, and and continue to go back to doing whatever we're doing because we're like, she'll come
To
back.
be honest, that was very similar to what the two of you did during Victoria's sprints on the.
We were just like,
I was in another room, but had you on the TV, and I looked. Dad disappeared, and the two of you looked at each other and were like, "What do we do?"
she'll be back hopefully.
And then I turned it on. I was like, Brittany, are you here? And she was like, I'm in the living room watching it on my TV. And I was like, okay.
I was trying to get to the computer. I was like, oh, I am needed.
Now we have been talking for quite some time, so let's jump into another sprint. I'm going to do probably another 45. Hopefully that'll mean that I will finish this room and can start the kitchen. Hopefully.
Perfect.
Fingers crossed. So happy reading. I'll bring the timer up. We're going to do a waterfall this time because it was recommended to me at the end of the last timer and I'm too lazy to find anything else. So happy reading. See you all in 45. Welcome back. How did we all go?
I did 28 more pages.
Nice. Neva?
We made it to chapter 6.
Mm-hmm. And thoughts?
I don't know. This book is nothing like what I thought it was.
Mm.
Why did I think?
Are you still doing Packing Wild?
I'm listening to No Exit because it's the last book
That's right.
Rye gave me.
Yeah, because you had to swap to audio. Yeah. What about it is bugging
What did you think it was?
I not this. I thought. I mean, I know people are like stranded or whatever. For some reason, I thought that this was like a hitchhiking situation. Like she got stranded and then picked up 5 people.
No.
There's like kidnapping happening.
No.
Okay, so I've had to change my.
So, can you give like a hint as to where you are without spoilers? Because I've read it, so I should be able to figure out what you're talking about.
I haven't read it, but I know what the basic synopsis of the book is.
But like a key thing that's just happened.
Past it.
I'm trying to think because like I don't have the book. I have the physical book, but it's over there in a box. I don't find it.
Like, so when you say kidnapping's happening, she's obviously found the girl in the truck.
Correct. Yes.
Well, that's not a spoiler because that's like
in the
synopsis. That's in the synopsis.
Yeah. She's the girl.
Has there been the first bathroom scene yet?
Yes.
Okay.
She's already she like went back outside to find Signal.
Yeah.
Already.
Okay, so you're pretty into it at this point. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just can't remember how many chapters there are. So when you say chapter 6, I'm trying to think where you are relatively.
Like the suspect who's not really the suspect anymore. Like we definitely know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh no, you don't know, but yeah, I know.
Okay, great. Well, you think you know the suspect, who the suspect is, okay? Mm-hmm. And she's already trying to she's already back inside for the second time.
Okay.
Like back inside of the little like visitors place or whatever.
Visitor center, yeah. Okay. It will continue to surprise you. That's all I'm gonna say. Every single time you think you've wrapped your head around it, something else will happen.
Like I clearly I read this synopsis like a year ago when I got this book off of freaking Book of the Month because I don't remember anything about kidnapping.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the whole point of the book.
That's the whole premises. Is she finds the girl in the truck and she needs to like help get her out.
The girl.
And she doesn't know which of the people that are there is the person that's done the kidnapping.
Yeah.
Great.
That's like the whole premise of the story.
Well, okay, great. Well, my expectations have been changed because I thought this was like a bitch got stranded and then had to hitchhike and then was riding in a car with like weird people. And like that's I don't know why I thought that. I don't know what book that's the premise of. But
I don't think it is, but it sounds like a good book that I would want to read.
It sounds like a great book. Like if someone wrote that book, I need to know because I want to read that. But for some reason, that's what I thought this book was.
Yeah,
that's how this book is. I mean, the book itself is fine. Like it's. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be 5 stars, but like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, what? I was just like, I don't know what's going on because like this was not what I thought it was in my brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got you.
So I got to page 80. So I'm like halfway through ish. And I got the rest of this room finished and all my plants packed up because I'm going to take my plants with me today. So my plants are all ready to load into my car. And this is all packed. Our room is all packed. Addie's room is all packed. So all that's left is Anthony's study cupboard and the kitchen. Both bathrooms are packed. So we're getting there. And I had the removalist call and I was like, Hey, so I quoted you 12 book boxes, and there's a lot more than that. Do you need me to pay more? And they're like, oh no, that's fine. We like quoted you for a 35 square meter truck, and we're sending a 45 square meter truck. So do you think you'll fit in that? And I was like, oh no, definitely fit in that. There's just more book boxes than I'd originally quoted. And he was like, oh, that's fine. We'll make it fit. And I was like, thank you very much. I was full expecting to have to pay more because book boxes are heavy. So
Yeah,
like, I
they're
thought
heavy.
maybe they would
Yeah.
charge more for more book boxes, but they were like, it's the same thing. As long as it fits in the truck, we don't care.
Oh,
And I was like, well, the good news is the book boxes don't need to go upstairs. They're all going in like the front door. Like you pretty much just go straight in the lobby. Like all the heavy boxes are being dropped right at the front door. So like I was like, at least I'm not making them lug heavy book boxes all upstairs. So
I mean, I feel like movers are kind of like used to moving like very heavy things.
To be
Although
fair,
I say that, and we had a new fridge delivered like almost 2 weeks ago now, and it was like brought here by professional movers, and it took them they did not have the tools they needed to get it in the house. They were like not prepared at all. They were here for 2 hours.
Oh my God, Jesus.
And I was the most irritated human that did ever exist in life.
Well, I'm really excited because the removalist that we're using is the same removalist that the owner that we bought the house off used because she gave us their number. And so the removalist showed up at hers at 8 a.m. and she was moved out by 9:30.
Oh, that's good.
Obviously, she left a bunch of shit behind, but like there was a lot of stuff in her house that was gone because like I obviously knew what was in her house. So if they can get to our house at 8 a.m., which they're going to get to, and load us up by 9:30 and unload us in almost the same amount of time on the other end, then I can be in my new house by lunchtime and then hopefully be set up to sit down and read with you guys. Because, AKA, probably not read because I'll have to listen to an audiobook and unpack. Yeah. So
I'll be excited when I see you pop into sprints to see if that plan actually went the way you wanted it to.
I'll pretty much just be in the comments. I'll put you on my TV. Like the first thing I'll do is plug in my TV so that I can put you guys on YouTube. And I'll be like, I'm here. I'm unpacking, but I'm here. I'm not actually reading.
We'll keep you company while you unpack.
Exactly. It'll be like I've got friends keeping me company while I unpack. It'll be great. So I'm thinking we can probably squeeze in one more sprint. We might have to make it a half an hour though, and then that'll give me enough time to load my plants into the car and leave in time to meet the locksmith. If that suits people and you just want to fit one more in. How tired are you guys getting? I don't know what time it is over there.
I can do a 30.
I can do a 30.
Okay. Let me find a 30-minute timer then because I don't have one. No, I don't want full screen. Go away. Have you noticed that YouTube now puts like the video and then the chat below it rather than the chat next? It's so fucking annoying. Anyways, first world problems.
It is very annoying. I hate it, to be honest.
True.
It is like really annoying. Boom. We'll just go with like a completely different timer because why the hell not? So we'll do another 30, get some more reading in. We obviously had a couple people in the comments that didn't read. We had someone who got about halfway-ish. That is also getting tired, so may leave us. 45% of how long till dawn, Black Future Month. Wait, 45% of how long till Black Future Month. I will now take a break and read some alien romance and then make some ramen. Oh my God. My life is complete when I have ramen and alien romance. I mean, seriously, that's all you need in life. And then Jane went out for lunch, so probably may or may not be back before the next sprint is over. But yes, happy reading. We'll see you all in 30 minutes and we'll say a final goodbye. And then, yeah, we'll peace out. See you soon. And there we have it. Sprint finished. Did you get any reading done in that final sprint?
I did 16 more pages, and I have to say, there's nothing more defeating about a large book than when 100 pages looks like this.
Oh no.
It's just so sad because like it just looks like I've read nothing.
Yeah, because I've got to 80 pages and this is what I'm looking like.
Right. Exactly. Like it's the same amount of pages, but like it just looks so defeating.
Yeah, because I didn't get any reading done that sprint because I was loading the plants into the car and making up boxes, because what's going to happen is I'll now go down and meet the locksmith. Anthony will work till 4, then he'll pick up Addie. And so by the time I get back from the locksmith and doing like a little bit of final cleaning, it's going to be like her bedtime. And I can't be like with tape, like,
yeah,
it'll just wake her up. So I just made up a bunch of boxes so they're good to go for me to pack the kitchen when I get home tonight.
Nice.
So, yeah. We lost Eva. I'm assuming she had to go somewhere or her internet dropped out or something. I'm not sure. She didn't message in the private chat. So
no, I don't know either.
I hope she's okay either way. And I'm just grateful that my internet lasted long enough, because I was really worried that I was going to drop out mid-sprint. So at least we made it through the sprints without me dropping out.
We did. We kicked off PickPong-A-Thon.
Yes. Now, as I have mentioned, tomorrow there will be sprints for most of the day, starting at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be the Save Me sprints on Neva's channel, which will run until they get tired or finish the book, whatever happens first.
Yes.
And then after that, at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, which is 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Aoife will be taking over and sprinting for like 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And then depending on how settled into the house I am, I may or may not do some sprints on the Sunday. Realistically, probably won't have time, but we shall see. Because my parents are meant to be arriving on that day as well, and I should be unpacking boxes. But it might be good to do sprints so you guys can encourage me to unpack, but I don't know. Yeah. And then obviously Brittany will do her usual Tuesday night sprints.
Yes.
And then, yeah, but just stay in the Discord channel. We'll update you if any sprints are going to occur. But with that, we will finish off. So thank you for coming and reading with us for a little while and kicking off PickPong-A-Thon at round 2023, round 3. And yeah, best of luck with all your reading in the meantime while I go MIA and move house. And I'll see you all on the other side. Bye.